Hey guys, let's try to not fuck up this intro this time. Welcome back to another episode of the podcast. I got Nate and Noah here with me today. I was gonna make Nate do this intro, but apparently he's sick. So
Putting
Mom,
my, I'm putting my life on the line for this episode. Thank me for my
just,
service.
bro just
Nate,
has the sniffles.
Nate has a tummy. He's being brave.
Yeah.
Anyways, Nate, you got some movie news. I didn't gather any of this week, so let me hear what you got.
Yeah, just a couple things. We're getting a trailer for Nosferatu coming in the next couple days, which I'm actually pretty excited for. I
Wait,
think
that's the guy from
from SpongeBob. Yes.
Yeah, the hash slinging slasher SpongeBob episode. Let's go.
Yep. I'm sure most of you have probably already heard about this, but there's a documentary about the Diddy parties coming to Netflix. I'm not sure on the actual date. Yeah, Netflix presents The Downfall of Diddy.
They already got a documentary now?
Yeah, 50 Cent is the director or the producer.
Wasn't 50 Cent at the Diddy party?
I mean,
bro, let's talk about his personal experience.
Yeah, he could
be.
Who
bought the baby oil.
he brought the baby oil.
That's why
the ballerina.
That's why.
Sorry, go ahead.
That's why he had so many. The party was bring your own baby oil.
BYOBO. All right. So yeah, Diddy documentary coming to Netflix. There's no like release date or anything like that yet.
Hey, just like Diddy.
Well, yeah. And the trailer for Ballerina dropped yesterday. I haven't seen it yet.
I didn't watch it. I didn't even know it came out.
But after this episode, I will be going to watch it because I think that's going to be a good movie.
Oh, yeah. It 100% will be. Didn't the Thunderbolts trailer also come out this week?
Yes, the Thunderbolts trailer did come out this week, and it also looked pretty decent.
I didn't check it out, but it looked good.
It looked better than a lot of the trailers Marvel's put out.
Oh, so it just looked at least average?
Yeah, I mean, I think it'll be better than famed Uncut movie Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania.
Famed review that definitely happened. Ant-Man and the
Wasp. Hey guys, we're definitely doing it in the near future.
Yeah.
And to round this little segment off, a big rest in peace to Maggie Smith, who unfortunately passed away yesterday morning. Most of you would probably know Maggie Smith from Harry Potter. That's about the only thing I know her from, but but she was a great actress. I was a big Harry Potter fan growing up, so rest in peace to her.
I'm pretty sure she's in that Robin Williams Peter Pan movie, Hook.
You are so right. She is. You are absolutely right.
I'm peeping the filmography. We definitely do research.
She was in Downton Abbey, but I've never seen that.
She's in Sister Act. I remember that.
Yeah, I've never seen that.
You've never seen Sister Act featuring the Whoopi Goldberg? Oh, dude,
well, yeah, that's why, because I don't like Whoopi Goldberg.
She was in Romeo and Juliet. Holy shit.
Yeah, I mean, she did a lot of stuff in like the 60s and 70s.
Mm-hmm. Well, she was like mostly a British actress, right? Well, not mostly. She was British, but she was on mostly British.
She rarely did American, like she rarely did Hollywood productions.
Hey, she broke her rules for Sister Act though. So what does that tell you about that movie?
Oh, I mean, you like Adam Sandler, and we're doing Going Overboard. So what does that tell you about this movie?
that was definitely one of the segues of all time.
Anyways, speaking of Going Overboard, guys.
I'd rather go overboard than watch this fucking movie.
Yeah.
Guys, I have a confession to make. This movie absolutely changed my life, and I am enlightened to the masterpiece that is Going Overboard, and I went into this choosing it thinking it was going to be as bad as The Room. I was so wrong. It is so much better. It is better. It is the best movie we have done yet. It is better than The Shawshank Redemption, and it is truly an inspiring story of Adam Sandler playing this young comedian who overcomes these obstacles to become truly great.
When I tell you that I almost turned this movie off during the opening credits, I mean
Oh
it.
my god.
Not
What are you talking about?
exaggeration.
What are you talking about? Opening credits were amazing.
You told me you were on your phone the whole time during it.
I was totally watching it with.
Yeah, that's why they were
full
amazing
attention.
because he didn't have his full attention on.
No, but that might be one of the worst like opening songs I think I've ever fucking heard.
It
Pretty
really
bad.
just sets the tone for this movie.
Yeah. I mean, you're not
See,
wrong about that.
See, before I watched this movie last night, I played Resident Evil 7 for about 8 hours. Took me 7 hours, 59 minutes, and 52 seconds to beat the whole entire game. You get tortured in that game. It was less torture than watching this movie.
Well,
Yeah.
so we should say what this movie
Oh
is
my.
about. I think.
Can we?
It's not
Oh.
about anything.
All right. Well, let's read the what do you call it? Synopsis. So it says on Tubi. I've got to pull up a tab on Tubi again just to like go through it again. Just remind myself of what a disaster it was. So it says a struggling young comedian takes a menial job on a cruise ship where he hopes for his big chance to make it in the world of cruise ship comedy. So that's vague.
You're
I
telling me.
mean, I guess that's what happens in the movie.
I mean, I guess that's what it's about.
It's not. I mean, that's not a wrong synopsis, but poof,
Yeah.
man.
It's not a good synopsis either.
Yeah, the synopsis is about as good as the movie.
The synopsis is definitely better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Slightly.
So I have to ask, who do you guys think out of all the bad performances that were in this movie, who was the best? Like, who was the best performance?
Probably Adam Sandler, in all fairness.
I disagree with that,
No,
but
I
I'll get to that in a
disagree.
second.
Let me look at the cast. Hold on, let me pull up the letterbox tab.
Burt Young was fine.
Yeah,
I
but he doesn't really
guess.
do anything. But yeah, I guess he wasn't offensively bad.
He literally just plays Paulie from Rocky if Paulie had autism.
You know what? Yeah, I guess Autistic Polly was the best performance.
All right, so I have an answer, and you guys are gonna lose your shit. I think
Billy Bob
the
Thornton.
best. No, it was not Billy Bob Thornton. Let me find the actor's name just so I. All right, so there's a character in this film, if you can even call it that, called his name is Dickie Diamond, right?
Oh, I knew you were gonna say Dickie Diamond, bro.
Well, it feels like
No,
the only
It's
one who
true,
actually
though.
like was an actor. And it
I
wasn't
mean,
just a. The rest of the line delivery felt like The Room.
yeah, I wouldn't say that. It's just like really bland. The Room just feels like AI generated, like where it's an alien trying to figure out how humans talk. I think the writer of this understands how humans talk, kind of, but he just isn't funny.
That's fair. But
just
so
no.
and granted, out of this cast, with there was no real good performances. Saying this guy had the best is not very high praise.
Well,
But so,
dude gets locked in a bathroom for like a week or something. It somehow survives.
but there is so this actor's name is Scott LaRose, and Scott LaRose is not your traditional actor.
Oh, you have some lore?
Boy, do I!
I'm excited.
So,
Please inform us.
other than Going Overboard,
Mm-hmm.
uh, almost 90% of his acting quote unquote credits are porn movies.
He was in a Blair Witch Project porn parody.
Yes, he was also in a Pulp Fiction porn parody.
Ooh, can you send me the link for that? That's what we're gonna watch. When Nate says he doesn't like Pulp Fiction, we're gonna put on Plum Fiction for him.
Oh, that's terrible.
No, that's horrible. We're never doing that.
Yeah, I ain't doing all that.
We are never
Yeah.
watching another Scott LaRose movie.
But to paint the picture of how terrible this movie is, one of the better performances was from a porn actor. Now,
A porn actor outperformed Adam Sandler.
I don't know how much you guys know about that industry, but the acting in those
Porn?
usually isn't
I know
very
a good
good.
amount. I know a good amount.
I bet you do.
I'm what some would call an expert.
All right. Rose put himself in 4K right now.
Yeah,
We're gonna cut that out.
yeah, we're cutting that out.
Yeah, the acting in those quote unquote movies is usually not good acting. So if that doesn't tell you what this movie is, then I don't know what to do.
I would argue that those are more movies than this is.
I mean, you are not
Yeah.
wrong. This
It's
movie
like the
was
same level.
This movie was a fever dream.
Yeah, I thought post finishing Resident Evil, I was like infected by like the mold in that game, and I was having hallucinations the entire time watching this movie.
Okay, so apparently this movie went from concept to completion in 3 months. So it was written in 3 days, casted in 1 day, prepared in 2 days, and filmed in 6 days. And the budget was $800,000.
And half of that budget went to Burt Young, and the other half went to Milton Berle.
Oh my! So I'm on the IMDb trivia page, and another thing says the camera crew forgot to bring a box of lenses on the ship, so the director of photography was forced to shoot with the wrong lenses.
No, yeah.
Oh my god! This movie keeps getting better.
Do you remember the scene where Adam Sandler just like fucking shoots what the fuck
Dickie
is his name?
Diamond.
Yeah, he fucking shoots him in like his
Oh, like at the end? Oh no!
No,
No, at the beginning.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
When he lights bro up for no reason.
Yeah, no special effects, by the way.
Yeah,
Yeah,
none at all.
Not a single special effect in this
Yeah,
movie.
not even like a little muzzle flash or anything from a gun. Nope. You just hear the sound, and no. Another thing I remembered is like the another dream sequence where Adam Sandler is trying to fight Dickie Diamond in a boxing match, and you see like Dickie Diamond, like he doesn't even get punched, but he's supposed to be getting punched because his head is being turned like back and forth and stuff, and you hear punch sound effects, but you don't actually see him getting punched. So that's the part that actually kind of made me laugh, and it was unintentional.
Yeah,
that's the only time where this movie was kind of unintentionally funny.
This movie, as a comedy, failed to do the one thing that a comedy is supposed to do, which is make you laugh.
Yeah.
I sat through this entire hour and 37-minute movie with a straight face.
Another time I kind of smiled at the part where it's like Adam Sandler's like asking the questions about the construction with the construction worker or whatever, and bro just asking like, "What do you construct? Like buildings? What else would I construct?" So you know what? Actually, best performance, the construction worker, because he had the one line delivery that kind of got a smirk out of me. Yeah, I love when they just boo him off the stage. So that was good.
Every other character was so much funnier than the quote unquote stand up comedian that was supposed to be funny in the movie.
All right, funnier is not saying much. It went from being So
I'm
it
not.
goes
I'm
from
not.
putting a frown on my face to being straight faced.
This
Yeah,
conversation we're having now is funnier than this movie.
oh, this movie makes me feel the same way that The Hills Have Eyes make me feel. Makes me angry.
Yeah.
One of those movies is a
Oh
well-made
man.
movie that's supposed to make me angry. The other one isn't,
Yeah, this movie's supposed to make you laugh.
and it doesn't.
I think I got more angry at this movie than I did at The Room. And you guys remember how bad The Room was for me.
How could you
Yeah,
get
you're the
angry at
mental
The Room? That's the greatest movie ever played, or ever.
You guys remember how angry I was in the Room episode.
Yes, we do.
Yeah. Personally, I don't get it.
Now, the only reason I'm not screaming into my microphone right now is just because I don't want to. I simply don't want to. If I were not sick, I would be fucking, oh my god, it would be insane. I would probably kill somebody if I had to watch this movie again.
I'm gonna come to your house and make you watch this movie again.
You are going to die. This is a threat.
It is.
Oh my god. I have always been very critical of Adam Sandler. I don't think he's very funny in the first place.
That's fair.
Watching this movie completely solidified my belief that Adam Sandler is not a funny human being.
Okay, well, I don't think it's completely his fault for this movie, though. There's a little more going into it.
Well, yeah, but even a good comedian can make even bad material at least sound funny with delivery. He can't even do that.
To be fair to him, this was before SNL, which probably taught him a
Yeah.
lot of that comedic timing.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair.
This movie came out when I think he was literally like 19,
He was
20.
20. He was
Here's the
23.
22.
He was
I
born
think.
in 19. He was born in 1966. This movie came out in 1989.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, like 22, 23. But yeah, also, since you brought up SNL, somebody on SNL looked at this movie and said, "Yep, that's our guy."
That's our guy, and I mean it worked out. He's good on He was good on SNL.
Yeah, I guess. I don't really know much about SNL in general, let alone SNL from the 90s.
That's fair. That's when it was good though. Now it just sucks.
Guys, I think I know why this movie is called Going Overboard, because they threw Dickie Diamond overboard at the end. Haha.
Ha ha ha.
Also, can we talk
Very
about
creative.
the poster art for this goddamn movie?
Let's not.
No, I think we have to.
You might have to.
Do we really have to?
Yes.
All right, talk about it.
Hold on, I have to pull up the picture.
Hmm.
So, I don't know what it is about this poster, but nothing on this poster looks like it's real. Everything here looks like it's AI generated. Except for Adam Sandler's face.
Yeah, the only thing that's real is Adam Sandler's face. Yeah.
Well, not even, because it's like in 280p or 180p.
The quality really represents how good this movie is.
Oh, Adam Sandler made an article about this movie. What
He's
did he
probably
say?
so ashamed of it. Why would he ever talk about it?
God, this. I said I wasn't going to do this. I'm not going to do it.
The only thing he says about this movie is he was excited that he met Milton Berle. Which, I mean, if I made this
He was a screenwriter for this movie. He wrote the script.
Milton Berle did?
No, Adam Sandler did.
Hold up.
No
Going
way.
Overboard writers. Wait, there's like 5 writers on this.
Okay, yeah, he wasn't the writer, but he was a writer on the script.
All right, hold up. I'm getting conflicting things. So I just looked up Going Overboard writers, and it just lists Billy Bob Thornton, Alan Covert, Adam Rifkin, Burt Young. Yeah, so it lists like 4 people in there. Doesn't list
I'm
Adam
on
Sandler on there.
I'm on
Maybe
his
on
thing on
IMDb.
Wikipedia, and it has him listed as a screenwriter for this movie.
Okay. Now on IMDb, writing credits. I don't even know who the first. Valerie Brayman, whoever that is. Adam Sandler. Oh, Scott LaRose has writing credits.
Nice.
Nice.
This movie was so bad he didn't get another writing credit until Billy Madison 6 years later.
Have you seen what Adam Sandler was in that period of time? Maybe it's best he didn't get a fucking writing credit. Trust me,
Yeah,
I'm the.
got Shakes the Clown.
You got Mixed Nuts.
I mean, Coneheads was pretty good, but he was just a cameo in that, really.
Yeah. Airheads, all right. I saw it when I was a little kid one time.
Oh my lord!
All right, I need to say, how much did Going Overboard make for money?
$200,000.
Wait, did it actually? Hold up. I'm just.
I
looked it
completely
up,
pulled
and
that out of my ass, and
it doesn't even have any. It just says domestic box office NA, so it doesn't even have anything. Did it not release in theaters?
hold on.
It had to have.
Yeah, I do have, right?
No, it came out on Netflix because Adam Sandler does all his movies with Netflix now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see anything about being released in theaters.
I think I had to have been.
All right, hold up. It's Going Overboard.
Direct to video, I guess.
It might have been direct to video. No, it was released in theaters on March 1989. Apparently.
The worst day in our.
And nobody saw it.
So literally nobody went to see it. Okay, hold up. Okay, well, why does it say when I look up the budget, both 200,000 and 800,000? Which was it?
Wikipedia lists 800,000, so I'm going with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But or maybe it was a DVD release. Hold on. Okay. So I'm going to IMDb release info.
It wouldn't even have been DVD. It would have been VHS.
VHS at the time, yeah.
All right, where's release info on IMDb?
There are a lot of conflicting things. Okay. So it says original release October 19. Okay, why did the one say March 1989 before? All right.
Can you imagine?
Basically, nobody knows what happened when this movie was released.
Can you imagine? You're sitting there. Your mom. Let me paint you a picture, boys. Your mom comes home from the video shop, right? It's been a long week. It's Friday. You had a long week at school. You're excited to watch some good movies over the weekend. She pulls out the Going Overboard VHS tape and puts that bad boy in the VCR.
And nobody is smiling.
At least when I watched this terrorist attack to my eyes on Tubi, I could turn it off whenever I wanted.
Terrorist attack to your eyes.
If I was watching this when it came out, I'd have to get up off my couch, rewind
Eject it from the VCR.
Eject the VHS from the VCR, throw it in the fire, burn the film. That's what I want to find a physical copy of this movie just so I can have it.
Yeah, hold on. I was just thinking about that right now. All right, Going Overboard. Let's try DVD first.
I'm gonna go to eBay.
Does this even exist? No, Amazon. $20? That's a scam. I'm not paying $20 for Going Overboard. What else do we
eBay
have?
has it. eBay has the VHS
Oh.
for like $5.
eBay has the DVD for $3. Okay, nice.
I want the VHS.
VHS.
I do too. Can we all get matching Going Overboards?
You know, I think I need to get a shirt where it's just the Going Overboard poster.
It's
No, it's like-
$1.50 with $5 of shipping.
What? That's scam.
Well, yeah, they have to ship it from the depths of hell. It's gonna cost money.
$8. $8 is too much to spend on Going Overboard. I'd rather just not have it.
I don't want to spend more than $5 on something I'm just gonna burn.
Fans of the Uncut version podcast, if you want to send us Going Overboard, feel free.
Yeah.
Yeah, DM us on Instagram. Oh my lord!
Okay.
This movie, man.
Well, what else are we inclined to talk about before we can move on to the
good
monthly
part of the
recap?
episode.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The part where we talk about good movies again.
All right. How long have we talked about this movie for? 26
20
minutes. That's not bad.
But that's with our movie news and our intro and all that stuff too.
That's
So-
like as much as we talked about The Nice Guys.
I mean, fair enough.
That's longer. 26 minutes is longer than I got into this movie on my first watch.
That is true.
All right. Wait. So, what was the moment you turned it off your first time watching it?
The moment I turned it off the first time watching, it was right after the first scene where fucking he's talking to porn star man. He shoots him with the gun. It was probably like 5 minutes after.
I know what you're doing. I know which part. That's like 15 minutes in.
We're about 15 minutes in. No, and then there's the weird like dude with all the cocaine on his nose and stuff after that with the one weird rock star dude.
Oh, with the absolute baddie.
That was sunscreen. Noah, not Coke.
Nuh-uh. I just assumed it was because this movie is terrible. So
that's so fair. I feel like we're inclined to talk about the worst part I think about this movie was Adam Sandler breaking the fourth wall.
Oh, yep. Like he kept doing it. I thought it was gonna be like a one-time thing, like the first time where he just like explains the plot of the movie directly to us. I'm like, okay, that's weird, but certainly that'll be the first time he does that. But no, he does that throughout the entire movie.
Oh, it's bad too. Like I enjoy a character that breaks the fourth wall. I think when done right, it's amazing. Key words there being when done right.
When it's not overused too. When it's not done every single scene.
And and you're not roping characters in that aren't normally breaking the fourth. Like he randomly brought his other waiter friend in. He's like, "Oh yeah, I'm talking to this camera here," and he just starts talking to the camera too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Other people break the fourth wall with them.
Yes, the fucking terrorists at the end break the fourth wall with him while they're doing stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
What a fucking movie.
What? I don't know why the movie randomly decided to bring like terrorists into it at the end and just like kill everybody on the boat or something.
It's kind of the only funny part of this movie.
I still didn't laugh.
Funny is a little bit strong for that.
Sorry, it's kind of the only novel idea in this movie.
There you go.
The only thing that happens in this fucking movie.
This movie hurt my soul. I love watching like stand-up comedy specials, and this movie hurt my soul because I feel like if this movie came out today, it would set comedy back 100 years.
See, I'm in the same boat as you, kind of. I loved stand-up comedy specials, and then I watched this movie, and now I can't laugh anymore.
This movie made me incapable of feeling happiness again.
It's okay. You'll feel happiness again when we do our Whiplash review.
Yeah.
He only has to wait a month.
I have to wait a month to feel happiness again. Well, okay.
Yeah, We've got to
We
wait
got-
to
we
think
got the
about what
month.
we did talking about this movie.
We've got the month of horror coming up. That's not going to be bad.
Until we get to Jason X.
Except for Jason X.
Well,
Yeah, but all right. So with the caveat with Jason X is at least it'll be funny with how bad it is.
yes. Jason
It
X
should
is
be,
very
yeah.
much. It's a movie that knows it's bad, and it's a fun bad movie. So we'll have a good
Okay,
time.
good. Future 5-star movie coming up.
Like we're gonna hate the movie from a technical standpoint, but we're gonna have a good time.
Just like The Room.
Yeah, but The
Oh my
Room's its
God.
own creature.
Yeah, that's its own category of bad.
The Room is the greatest bad film of all time.
Yeah.
So, but the question is now: is Going Overboard worse than The Room?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. I gave. Spoiler alert for our review scores. I believe we all give this a 0 out of 10. A flat 0.
No, Ryan gave it something else.
Oh, my bad. I forgot about the review he just posted.
Yeah.
All right,
So yeah, I think we can get into the review scores now because I don't want to talk about
Yeah.
this movie anymore.
No,
Yeah, I wanna go talk about
I
it.
really want to talk about this movie more, man. There's so much more to talk about.
Oh my God, I'm gonna have to read my Letterboxd review verbatim because of how bad this is.
I
All
will
right,
also
so are we
read my
just
Letterboxd
we're
review
just getting it? All right,
Yeah,
so
we're
final
getting into
thoughts
it.
then, I guess. Okay.
This movie sucked. That's my final thoughts. This movie was the worst movie I've ever watched.
so bad.
Okay.
This
So
is the worst movie I have ever watched, without a doubt. I watched this movie with my wife.
why would you put her through that?
I figured if I had to watch it, she had to watch it too.
What did she think? Can we get your wife on the pod to get her thoughts?
Oh, hold
Did-
on. Let me get her. Let me studio.
Did she actually sit through the entire thing?
The whole thing, start to finish.
How did she do that? Like the only reason I got through this entire thing was just because we had to do a podcast on it.
Oh,
The
is either that or setting your phone. So
Well, yeah, I did sit on my phone for like half of this, so there is that.
The only reason I finished this movie is because I was contractually obligated through our schedule to do so.
Yep. I think that's the only reason any of us finished this.
yeah. Well, before we get into final thoughts, we'll get the wife up into the studio and we'll get some outsider thoughts.
Some outsider info on
Outs-
fucking
Outsider info. Okay, and also, by the way, this is a 1.4 on Letterboxd, so this is the lowest reviewed movie on Letterboxd we have done yet.
Is
I'm
this
I'm
worse than The Room?
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, yeah, because there's so many people that troll with The Room and put 5-star reviews, so it's like a 2.5 in Letterboxd. Is half the reviews are half a star, and then half the reviews are 5 stars.
But the reviews that are half a star just don't understand the movie.
You rated it as half a star.
So did you.
I know, but I wasn't saying people that review it as half a star don't understand it. I understand it perfectly. I understand it as an alien trying to make a movie and he failed, but at least it was funny. But
Yeah,
see,
that was.
the Room is a drama film that is unintentionally funny. Going Overboard is a comedy film that makes you feel nothing.
No.
No, it made me feel angry. That's what it made me
Actually,
feel.
yeah,
This movie made me feel emotions. They were just a lot of negative ones.
yeah, pretty much.
If I want
Alright,
to inspire hate in my children and make them hateful people, I will show them this movie.
Yeah.
All right, folks, we got a special guest here. We're gonna get some general thoughts from the missus about how terrible this movie was. Go ahead.
That movie was. Can I say bad words?
I just said fuck.
Oh, the movie was kind of shitty. It was just basically boobs and butt the whole time. And I was like, okay, cool. I just thought it was kind of boring too. Like, I didn't find it funny either. I mean, I don't find a lot of things funny, but that was like really not funny.
Yeah. Not wrong.
Yeah. It's the unfunniest movie I've ever watched, like easily.
Yeah, I think this might be the movie that's less funny than Schindler's List.
Oh, all right, buddy. Let's move on.
All right, we're cutting that out.
We're gonna.
Sorry, guys.
We're gonna
I have to hit
Leave it
my
to Ryan to
offensive
say
joke quota.
something crazy. Yeah.
all right. Let's get into our final thoughts now before we get canceled again.
Sorry,
All
I
right.
just got a call from corporate. I haven't hit my offensive joke quota for the episode yet.
Okay, so here are my thoughts on this movie. Right,
Mhm.
Going Overboard is a masterpiece of cinema, and this is truly. I have been enlightened to what cinema truly is, and this has all the aspects of film that I absolutely love. Anyway, I would be saying that if I was stupid, but luckily I am kind of average intelligence, perhaps.
Right.
At least compared to Adam Sandler and everybody who worked on this movie, who all might just be autistic. That could potentially be what it is. And so, my thoughts on Going Overboard. I have no idea what my thoughts are. I would rather watch paint dry than watch this movie again. 0 out of 10. Let's move on.
Yeah, this movie was bad. I'm on Letterboxd right now, and there's a single review by one person that I think sums this movie up perfectly, and it's 4 words, and it's just they forgot the funny.
I saw that review.
Yeah, pretty much.
And I think that sums this movie up phenomenally because even as bad as The Room was, at least it made me laugh with how bad it was.
I mean, it wasn't trying to make you laugh, but it still made you laugh anyway.
No, but I got some enjoyment out of it. There was some enjoyment there.
I will definitely be watching The Room again. I can't say the same for Going Overboard.
Yeah,
I can say I won't be watching this movie again.
Yeah, I can absolutely say that as well. I hated this movie so much I didn't even give it half a star. I just did a review. There's no rating on Letterboxd. 0 out of 10.
I gave this movie half a star just so I could have it in my diary. But I gave
Yeah.
this movie a -5 out of 10. This is so antithetical to what funny is. Like,
Wow, big words there.
Good word
Yeah.
there, buddy.
that's a better word than used in the entire script of this movie.
Hold up, I want to
It's
see if I
just
can
like-
look up a PDF of the Going Overboard script. I probably can't, but I'm just curious.
No, don't
I
do
hope-
that to yourself.
It's gonna infect your computer with a virus.
All right. Since we've I think we're just about done talking about this Astor class of a movie.
Yeah.
Let's get into some good movies now. What do we all watch in September?
Oh no,
no,
the
you-
greatest movie ever, Going Overboard, of course.
Noah, do you want to go first? I know you have a pretty long list, so do you want to read off your list, or you want me to start?
I can do mine. So
Okay.
I was on a generational run to begin the month. So I did The Godfather Part 2, obviously Goodfellas, and The Shawshank. Then I did Taxi Driver, The Terminator, 2001: A Space Odyssey, Jackie Brown, Whiplash, The Disaster Artist, 12 Angry Men, The Nice Guys, Titanic, and then obviously whatever this thing was that we just did.
I watched. Okay, I had a mini generational run, nowhere near as long as Noah's, but I did Goodfellas, Shawshank, Scream, 12 Angry Men, and then I did the 1997 12 Angry Men, and then I watched The Nice Guys, and then this ass blasted
This thing.
movie. This whatever the fuck it's called.
Yeah, yeah. So for me, I did not have a generational run, but I got some good movies in there. So I started off September with Goodfellas. Then I did Beetlejuice, which I think Beetlejuice is really good. I like Beetlejuice.
Oh, good movie.
Then I did
Nice
Scream
fucking
3 and
model.
4.
Not bad
Yeah,
movie, not horrible movie.
Scream 3 was better. I looked at it better than I did when I first reviewed it, because right after I watched Scream 4 and I realized how terrible Scream 4 was.
That's fair.
Then I watched Shawshank, which greatest movie of all time. I watched
That's
the
a-
2003. Sorry, go ahead.
That's a weird way to say 12 Angry Men.
12 Angry Mid, more
That's
like
a weird
it.
way. That's a weird way to say The Room.
That's a weird way to say
Overboard.
going overboard. And then after Shawshank, I watched Radio, which I actually thought was it was all right. It was a nice, heartwarming movie.
Is that the movie with the special needs kid?
Yeah, Cuba Gooding Jr. plays the special needs kid.
Oh, I thought he was just playing Cuba Gooding Jr.
Oh boy.
I think you've gone overboard with your your jokes.
Yeah, I think you're gonna get a call from HR soon.
Ryan goes overboard when reviewing Going Overboard.
Oh, what a title! Then I watched The Nice Guys. Good movie, and then I ended off my September with this. That's awful.
Yeah.
What a way to leave a bad taste in my mouth.
I
Mhm.
also watched Saw 2 while eating dinner last night. I forgot about that. I mean, I didn't finish it, but
What'd you watch? Sorry.
Saw 2, it was on TV.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, weird movie to watch while eating food, but
Yeah, I think you should probably get that checked out. But no, let's talk about your generational run for a second here.
Oh yeah. So I obviously with the Godfather Part 2. So I don't know. I don't know if I went over the first Godfather in my in the last monthly recap, because I watched that like the last day of August. So
when you want to know further.
Yeah, and we talked about Star Wars for a long time too.
yeah. So the first Godfather I did it right at the end of August. I gave that a 5 stars. Incredible movie. Easily one of my all-time favorites. Just on that first watch, and then Part 2 I gave 4.5 stars. Really close to a 5 stars, but I think it was just a little too long. It was like 3 hours 20 minutes, and I don't think the pacing was quite as good. But it's still incredibly well written, amazing dialogue, incredible characters, and I guess I gotta watch The Godfather Part 3 soon, but that's probably
No,
not
you don't.
necessary. But I'll still do it anyway. I just got to see if it's any good. Some people say it's underrated. Some people say it's horrible. So I'm curious. Maybe my curiosity will come back to bite me, just like it did with Going Overboard.
Oof.
Yeah, I know you're the one who recommended this, so I think we should
Yeah.
feather you.
And then obviously Goodfellas. You know, I think about that. Give that 4.5 stars. And Shawshank 5 stars. And then Taxi Driver. He's so me for real. Just joking. It's an amazing performance from Robert De Niro. Great film from Scorsese, and I gave that 4.5 stars and 9 out of 10. So very good movie. But pretty concerning that so many people relate with Travis Bickle. A little worried for those people, but
That's my guy. What are you talking about? That's literally me.
yeah, I think
Yikes.
yeah, a big yikes there. And then I watched The Terminator. 8 out of 10, pretty solid. And then this one's gonna be interesting to talk about. 2001: A Space Odyssey. So
Okay, let's get into that. Let's get into that.
The most overrated movie I have ever seen. So I believe this is the first Stanley Kubrick film I have watched, and so
You've never seen The
everybody,
Shining?
I've never seen The Shining.
Oh, you gotta watch that in October.
Yeah. So
Fair enough.
Do I get rid of the thing for The Shining so no one can watch The Shining?
no. I'll watch The Shining on my own. Don't take away the thing.
It's a
Anyway,
good movie.
so with 2001, I give it a 3.5 stars. It's kind of weird. It was very hard for me to rate though, because it looks so good. Like for 1968, the special effects and all of that, it's absolutely incredible. And the film was shot so well, but it's like Kubrick was so impressed with how it looked that he just had it have no dialogue pretty much, and just
They forgot the
people
story.
walking around. They forgot a story, and they just kind of have characters walking around and doing that. Which again, like it looks really good, but it's just like Kubrick felt so in love with the shots. They just like, let's have it linger on this for 2 minutes. And then we're going to have the first 20 minutes be just monkeys doing random stuff. And then we'll cut to the most boring people of all time on spaceships talking about stuff that we don't care about.
I'm pretty sure there's no dialogue in that movie until like 30, 40 minutes in.
Yeah, I believe it. Yeah, it's literally like 20, 25 minutes of just monkeys until we get to actual human beings.
Because they linger on that shot of the spaceship too for a while.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, there isn't. So, what I really like in movies, right, is great characters, dialogue, and acting. And I don't really get that in this movie at all. So it's like it's really hard for me to watch when I don't really have characters that I can actually relate to. Like I think that was the point, kind of, to just have these characters be like the AI computer has the most personality, and it's just the humans have like none. And I think that might have kind of been intentional, and I get why they did that. It just doesn't make for an enjoyable watch at all, and it just kind of leaves you bored the entire time, which is one of the worst things a movie can do, is make me bored.
Don't even get me started on the ending.
The end, yeah, I did not understand the ending at all.
You just don't get it.
I just don't get it. Yeah, maybe I don't get it, but okay. Well, I'm not gonna force myself to like a movie that just has like 5 lines of dialogue and is just hold on. What did I write in my review? What is the term I used? I think I said there was like it was self-indulgent and stale. That's what I said. So yeah, that's pretty much what I thought about.
Also, a pretty good way to describe Stanley Kubrick as a director.
That is so fair.
So how many Kubrick films have you watched, Ryan?
I've watched. Actually, Kubrick makes a movie I really enjoy. He made Doctor Strangelove. So
That is a good one.
I've seen Doctor Strangelove, which I like. I've seen 2001: A Space Odyssey, which I don't really like, but I don't hate it. I've seen A Clockwork Orange, which I hate. I've seen The Shining, which is phenomenal. I've seen Full Metal Jacket, which is fine. I've seen Eyes Wide Shut, which is Eyes Wide Shut.
Oh, hold on. Did you say Full Metal Jacket was just fine?
Yeah, I don't really like it.
That's crazy.
It's a good sorry, what am I trying to say? Fuck. The first half of that movie is awesome. And then the second half of that movie happens.
That's fair. So you basically seen everything he's done from 64 onward.
Yeah, for the most part. We watched so many of his movies freshman year at college. I didn't want to.
Eyes Wide Shut came out after he died.
Yeah, and it's an alright movie. But Stanley Kubrick's also, there's some directors that are like overindulgent, but they're good people, so it's kind of like cool. You know, like Stanley Kubrick was a fucking prick. He's a piece of shit.
Yeah. Yeah, so overall, like I don't hate 2001. It's just a really hard watch for me. I think it is pretty well made in terms of the visuals and all that, but I don't know. The concept was hard to watch.
Mm-hmm.
But
I enjoyed 2001 just because I think it looks really good.
Yeah, it's one of the best looking films I've seen for sure. Especially for the time, 1968. Very impressive.
Yeah, it's an impressive film. I think that's the best way to describe it. It's an impressive film.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And then I did Jackie Brown, 4.5 stars. A lot of people underrate this movie a lot. So it was my first watch of it. Obviously, another Tarantino movie, and I was going in it. I didn't really expect like that much. I mean, I thought it was going to be good, obviously, because it's the reception on it is fairly positive, but it's kind of overlooked in Tarantino's filmography. But I actually really enjoyed it, and I think I give it 9.3. So, really good movie. Very underrated in Tarantino's filmography, and I mean, I can get why, because there's other movies that stand out more and kind of
More
have
like exciting movies.
yeah, I mean, yeah, this is definitely like Jackie Brown isn't as exciting, and it's a little more down to earth, I would say, and it's not as flashy as other Tarantino movies, but I still think it's very well written and a very interesting story. And then I did Whiplash, which is still my all-time favorite movie, and I'm gonna kind of save my thoughts obviously because we're gonna do a podcast on that in November, but
Yep.
so incredible movie right there. And then I did The Disaster Artist, which is obviously about the making of the infamous movie The Room, and James Franco playing Tommy Wiseau. I think he tries his best, but it's very hard to play an alien. So,
Yeah.
pretty funny movie overall. It was cool. 7 out of 10. Nice watch. Not really much to say about it. I didn't really write much about it in my review on
Mhm.
Letterboxd.
Yeah, it's just a fun movie. Anything
Mhm.
special.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, your review made me put it on the watch list, so.
Yeah. And then I did 12 Angry Men, obviously
Woo!
1957 version, not the 97 one, which isn't as good, at least according to Ryan.
And
Well,
Noah,
I'm gonna watch just the 1997 one just to spite you, Ryan.
I will
No.
kill you.
Yeah,
Noah,
I will too.
Noah, who put you onto this movie? Just out of curiosity.
It was indeed you. Anyway, yeah, so I gave this a 5 stars. I did not expect to give this a 5 stars.
Mhm.
Just like, because the whole concept is, it sounds boring when I'm going to say it, where it's like 10 people, or it's a whole jury, right? 12 people. 12
They're the
people.
angry men.
I can't. 12 angry men. I don't know why I said 10. I think going overboard has rotted my brain to the point where I said 10. So 12 people, 12 jurors here, arguing about a case, and some angry men in here, as the title suggests, in one room for an hour and a half. It sounds boring, but it's not, because the dialogue is incredible, the performances are incredible, and the characters are incredible. I mean, an hour and a half movie is able to make all 12 of these jurors very distinct in their personalities and so much depth to these characters, and it really just shows how you can make a good movie without it being super flashy, and you can just rely on great dialogue and great performances and characters to really carry a movie on its back. And it's so impressive. So I give it a 9.8 out of 10. So I mean, not quite the perfect 10 out of 10, but it's still is close enough for me to give it 5 stars.
Mhm.
And then the Nice Guys, obviously, know what I think about that. Watch Titanic, give that 4 stars. Pretty cool movie. I don't really have much to add to that. That hasn't really been said. And then Going Overboard, obviously, whatever this movie was, and that ended my month.
Yikes. Going Overboard ending our months is disgusting.
Yeah. Well, yeah, especially because I had such a good month of movies, and then I get Going Overboard to end it.
Mhm.
I want to circle back to writing to you watching Titanic right now, because that was directed by James Cameron.
Yeah.
What this might be a hot take. What do you guys think of me saying that James Cameron is the Stanley Kubrick of our generation?
I was literally just about to call James Cameron overindulgent and stale. So I could.
But James Cameron's
I
actually
mean,
a nice dude. He's actually a
nah.
pretty cool dude, compared to Kubrick at least.
Yeah, but
Is he though?
to be
I
fair,
feel like I've heard a lot of.
compared to Stalin.
All right.
Yeah,
But okay,
I wouldn't say James Cameron is a cool dude. I think he's mellowed out now a little bit, but he used to be
yeah,
not a very nice guy on set.
yeah, he was kind of an asshole, but he wasn't like the Stanley Kubrick level where he actually. I'm pretty sure Stanley Kubrick like physically assaulted Shelley Duvall on the show.
Yeah, yeah, I believe I've heard
Yes,
that.
yes, I have heard that as well.
Yeah,
If he didn't technically physically assault her, it was damn close.
yeah. Wait, wasn't he always like I haven't even watched The Shining, but I've just heard some of that behind the scenes stuff. Wasn't he like just always trying to say that her performance was terrible and just completely
Oh, yeah.
ridiculing her the whole time.
Yeah,
Well, yeah,
he,
'cause
like,
he was a misogynistic prick.
Yeah.
he's like the scene. You've probably seen the scene of her like in the bathroom when
Yeah.
Jack
Mhm.
breaks
Yeah,
through
but
the
Jack
Yeah.
Nicholson is axing through the bathroom door.
Yeah, her tears in that
Here's
scene are
Johnny.
real. Those are real
Yeah,
tears because Stanley Kubrick
because
is
of
so good.
Kubrick.
Oh, well.
He made her
Bro
do
was
that
trying to
take.
make her a method actor.
I think she did that take 167 times.
Jeez.
It was something crazy like that.
Yeah,
One-
it's the set of The Shining was a terrible workplace.
Mhm.
So Stanley Kubrick, not a guy you would want to work with.
No.
No.
And but James Cameron is not.
Rest in piss, asshole.
James Cameron is not all that much better. I mean, at least he didn't like assault people, but like, you know,
Yeah.
he was just not a good guy at all on set, and somebody that just, you know, it wasn't physical abuse, but it was still yeah,
Mhm.
he still just bossed people around a bunch, and
I mean,
yeah.
to be fair,
I know
isn't that kind of what a director's supposed to do?
I mean, yeah, but like not, but
Yeah,
at
but
least don't be like
I
an
get what you're
a-hole
saying.
about it.
I get what you're saying, but at the same time, like that's kind of like the job of the director.
But like actors were literally like afraid of him sometimes on set, so
yeah,
there was that.
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
I do remember hearing that the Way of Water set at least was a pretty good set.
Yeah.
So maybe he's maturing. Maybe our little boy's growing up.
Finally, how old is he?
68
James
or something.
Cameron. Yeah, he's old.
James Cameron age. He's 70. So yeah, he grew up at 70 years old.
James Cameron made my favorite horror movie sequel of all time, though. So
which is what?
Aliens.
Oh, that's right. He did make Aliens.
Yeah.
Aliens is
See,
so good.
So this is why I say James Cameron is the Stanley Kubrick of our generation, and it's I guess because of the fact that because of the fact he's an asshole. But almost a lot of his movies are all visuals.
Yeah.
Which is
Avatar.
exactly what Avatar is the biggest example.
Avatar's probably the most boring movie I've ever seen.
Yeah, 2001 exists.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's fair, but they're both pretty boring. From a story standpoint, the visuals in both of those movies are phenomenal.
Oh yeah, Avatar's and Avatar also Call of Duty game, if you didn't know that, because Alex Mason's in it.
Is he?
Yeah, the guy who voices Alex Mason in COD is like the main dude in Avatar.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Sam Worthington voices Alex Mason?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
I don't know if that was the right actor, but yeah, Sam Worthington, Jake Sully.
Yep, he did it for Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, Black Ops 4.
Wow. All right. Good for him.
Good for him. I didn't hate. I don't know. Did I hate Avatar 2? I think I hated Avatar 2. I don't know.
I haven't seen it.
I didn't watch it because the first Avatar was boring. So I'm like, why would I want to watch this one?
It was solid. I worked at a movie theater at the time, so it was free. So I went and saw it.
That's fair.
But you could have taken 45 minutes out of that movie, and it would have been a better, more concise film.
I mean, you can say that about Avatar 1 too.
Yeah. Yeah, I have no idea how that became the highest grossing film ever.
Because it's beautiful and everybody
because it's a beautiful movie.
It's just still so boring though. I have no idea why people would like you see the visuals once and like, okay, that should be enough, and like not like going to the theater multiple times to see it.
I have not seen that movie since the first time I watched it.
No, I know you're like a minuscule amount younger than me and Nate by like a few years. the 3D surge of the early 2010s was a real thing.
That is true.
Okay, so
Everybody-
people literally just watch this because of 3D.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah, people wanted to go see this movie in 3D. I remember seeing that movie in 3D when it first came out.
No.
Yeah, because the thing with this movie is people would see it like normally at first, and then they would hear, "Oh, this movie's also in 3D," so they'd want to go see the visuals in 3D.
Mhm.
All right.
I've watched
Which-
Avatar 3 times in my life. Once when it came
Which
out,
is fair.
once in 3D, and then a year ago.
Yeah, I have not seen it since I saw it in 3D in 2009.
Yeah.
Still sucks though.
Cool.
But anyway,
That's kind of crazy. I haven't seen this movie in over almost 15 years.
Yeah, I watched it last year just because I had a YouTube video on my old channel where it was Avatar, because I've always not really liked the first Avatar. I'm like, is Avatar as bad as I remember it? So I rewatched it and I'm like, yeah, it is.
Yeah, Ryan, let's get into your little mini run here.
My run? Alright, so sorry, I gotta pull it up because I had to take a screenshot of it because I don't have my access to that letterbox account anymore. Okay, so I watched Goodfellas. I watched Shawshank. You guys know how I feel about those movies. Amazing movies. Shawshank, I didn't mention this in our review. That was the first time since I really started enjoying like film like intensely that I'd watched Shawshank, and it was such a good watch.
Yeah,
But here's the
Shawshank is good.
no,
If you want to hear our thoughts about Shawshank, go watch that episode because that is, I think, again, this might be a little bit of bias, but that might be our best episode yet.
oh,
yeah, it's
I
like
think it is.
over 2 hours.
Yeah, it was almost 3 hours. I think it's longer than the movie.
No, I think it's like the same length. It's a little bit.
Hold on.
Actually, it might be a little shorter.
Yeah, just marginally shorter.
Yeah.
Is it? How long is it?
I'm trying to find it right now.
I think it was like 2 hours and 15. Hold on, let me pull it up on Spotify.
It was 2:10. 2:10:15 on the YouTube.
Yeah, 2 hours and 10 minutes.
Which I thought it was 2:14 for some reason, and I was just being dyslexic because I thought it was 2:41.
That's fair. That happens.
But no, this is the movie I really want to talk about, and we're getting into our month of horror. I opted not to do this for my month of horror, so I'm going to talk about it now. This was the movie I was like really contemplating doing, but neither of you two have seen Hereditary, so I really wanted to give you guys Hereditary. Because that movie is going to be so much fun and actually scary. But I'm talking about Scream, the first Scream. The first Scream is
Greatest horror movie of all time.
easily. I think it's my second favorite movie of all time. Period.
That's fair.
It's just you really have to look at Scream. Like, there's so many movies now that are like Scream, but you have to think of where like the horror genre was when Scream came out. Like, we were getting Halloween 7, The Curse of Michael Myers, fucking Jason Takes Manhattan bullshit. Like, that Scream like was such a revolutionary movie for the horror genre to where it was the first horror movie that I can think of off the top of my head. I could be wrong. That fully integrated like a comedy while still keeping it like a serious horror movie. And also Matthew Lillard alone makes it the best horror movie of all time.
Yeah. Hey, don't sleep on Skeet Ulrich though.
No, Skeet's great, but Matthew Lillard's better. My favorite line in any movie ever is when because it's completely improvised. It didn't mean to happen. It's when Billy hits Stu with the phone and
Yeah.
he
You
goes,
hit me
"You
with the phone, dick.
And that line was completely improvised because apparently Skeet Ulrich hit Matthew Lillard too hard with the phone.
Yeah, that Scream's such a good movie. I saw Scream 1 the first time in 2022 with a good buddy of
Really?
mine. Yes. It was with a good friend of mine, and I liked it so much that the next day, him and I went to the theater to see Scream 5.
I love and hate Scream 5.
That's fair.
I think I think I think it's a good movie, but you know why I hate it.
Yeah. No
Which
spoilers for this
since
one.
Noah hasn't seen those movies, I won't go ahead and spoil them. I'm sorry that I spoiled the first one, kind of, but it came out 30 fucking years ago. So
Yeah.
uh,
If you haven't seen it at this point, it's kind of your own fault.
yeah.
Mhm.
Five came out like 4 years ago, so or not 4 years ago. It came out 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
But Scream is one of those movies where I know you said you don't like Scream 4, which is totally valid. I don't really like Scream 4 either. But I think Scream is the only horror franchise that doesn't have a movie that is downright horrible. Like I'm talking like Jason Takes Manhattan, Curse of Michael Myers levels of horrible.
Halloween 3
Like
levels of horrible.
yeah, like it doesn't have a movie that's just detestable. Like Scream 4 isn't good, but it's not the worst movie. If it was a Friday the 13th movie, it'd be like the third best one.
Yeah, and I'll talk about Scream 4 a little bit when I get into
Mhm.
my roundup.
Mhm. And then I had it's on my letterbox. I didn't watch it this month, but I finally did a review for Fury, which I gave 4 stars, even though I like the shit on it, Nate.
Yeah,
Um,
I think it's a fun little bit that you guys shit on Fury because I think
Mhm.
because we all enjoyed Fury.
yeah. 12 Angry Men. I also watched that movie. I watched it, I think, the day after Noah watched it because Noah said he was going to watch it on, I think it was a Thursday, and I worked, so I ended up watching it like the next day. But yeah, 12 Angry Men, one of my favorite movies as well. I watched it for the first time sophomore in high school. We watched it in our English class, and I thought it was awesome. It's one of those movies that like I know we bring up Tarantino dialogue all the time, but this is one of those movies where it's like people are having a conversation and it feels real. Like there's a scene where they're all at like this window and
Well,
they're talking.
hold on.
Mhm.
Is this going to be like a major plot spoiler? Because I am planning to watch
No,
it still.
no. It's literally like the exact opposite of a major plot spoiler, which is what makes it so good for conversation. Like they're sitting at a window and they're just talking, like they're like just hanging out, talking. They're taking like a little break in the deliberation, and juror 1 is talking to juror 8, and he's like, "Oh, are you from around here?" He's like, "I coach at the boys' high school football, baseball team up the street," and they're just like talking about that, and it's like a conversation that real people would have, and it like makes that dialogue so good.
So it's the exact opposite of The Room, is what I'm hearing.
Yes, it's actual people having actual conversations. And then I watched the 1997 version of The Room. It was horrible. I talked about it last week a little bit. I wouldn't say it was horrible. It was just a bad remake. Tony Soprano's in it though, so Tony Soprano. And then I
R.I.P.
watched R.I.P. And then I watched The Nice Guys, which go check out last week's episode. Good movie. And then I watched Going Overboard, which is the biggest piece of shit I've ever seen. But yeah, Nate, what did you watch this month?
Yeah. I started off the month pretty well. I did Goodfellas, but if you want to hear our thoughts on that, you can listen to our Goodfellas episode.
I'll probably
Hey,
link it.
Beetlejuice. Yeah, link that. Link the Nice Guys one too, because we did, and Shawshank, because we're kind of going over it all again.
Yeah.
Then I watched Beetlejuice, which I love Beetlejuice.
I like it. It's a good movie.
It is whenever like the Halloween season starts to come around, it's always my first like Halloween type movie that I watch every time,
Mhm.
every year. The fact that a good portion of this script, especially for Michael Keaton, was just improvised
Mhm.
and it all flows together so well.
Mhm.
I
It's
love
really
it.
good.
I love that movie, and I'm can't wait for the sequel to come to streaming so I can watch that as well.
I thought about going to watch it in theaters, but I don't think I'm gonna.
Yeah, I thought about it too, but I know it's gonna come to streaming soon, so I'll just wait till then.
Yeah.
Then Scream 3, which I said in Letterboxd that it was the worst of the Scream movies that I had seen up to that point. And
then you watch.
and then I watched Scream 4. Boy howdy.
Boy howdy. Scream 3 is actually probably my second favorite.
Really?
You get the most of my beloved Dewbear in that movie.
That's fair. I didn't like the twist at the end as much as I liked some of the other ones.
Yeah, I felt kind of shoved in there.
But I guess it kind of like they were. I'm trying to do this without spoilers. They were kind of leading into it with some of the dialogue from earlier in the film.
Yeah. It was definitely hinted at.
Then I watched Scream 4 directly after Scream 3, by the way.
Oh, nice. Double header.
Oh. Yeah, this one was bad. Noah, you might want to deafen for this because I've got some spoilers if you don't care.
I don't think I care.
Fair enough. So the first sentence that I said in my Letterboxd review was I was rocking with this one until the Ghostface killers were revealed and we got the motive. The last 15 minutes of the movie completely ruined the entire movie for me.
Mm-hmm.
Because up until that point, I was actually really enjoying the movie. I thought a lot of the kill scenes were well shot. A lot of the acting was really well done. Again, the chemistry between Courtney Cox, David Arquette, and Neve Campbell, it was all good.
Yeah.
And then fucking Emma Roberts comes on screen doing her little fucking I'm killing the Ghostface. I'm as Ghostface because I want to be famous, just like Sydney.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, this movie made me so incredibly angry because they did all the other Ghostface motivations made sense. I know we already talked about Scream 1, so I'm going to go ahead and say it. But for Stu Macher and for Billy Loomis, it was because Stu Macher was insane.
Yeah.
And Billy Loomis and then Billy Loomis was angry at Sydney because Sydney's mom slept with his dad. Which, granted, I don't know if like the motive doesn't make the most sense because I don't think killing a bunch of people is the way to go about that. But still, it made sense for where the movie was at the time.
Yeah.
And then there's Scream 2, which makes more sense, and Scream 3, which I'm a critical of, but it still makes more sense in this one. Even Scream 5, which I think had a pretty shitty motive, even Scream 5 was better than this movie.
Yeah, but Scream 5 had Jack Quaid in it, so
Raw. In Scream 6, I know as critical as we are of Scream 6, the motives for that one definitely were good. Like that was a good set of killers. But yeah, Scream 4 completely ruined the whole movie with the last 15 minutes.
I would agree.
Then after that, the next day I watched Shawshank, so I had to watch a good movie. But yeah, watch our Shawshank episode if you want to hear our thoughts on that.
Yeah, it'll be linked below this episode.
Yeah. Then I watched Radio, which I thought it was heartwarming. It was a nice little simple story based on a true story ish.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It was just a nice heartwarming film. I enjoyed it. I would recommend it.
I don't think I've ever seen it, but I've heard it's good.
Yeah, it's a good one. I would absolutely watch it if you haven't. Then I watched The Nice Guys, which if you want to hear my thoughts, you can watch The Nice Guys episode. Then of course we ended fucking September with Going Overboard, the worst movie I've ever seen.
Is it confidently the worst movie you've ever seen?
Yes, absolutely.
Wow. We're making new goals
here. The Room was bad, yeah, but at least it was funny. Like I know it wasn't trying to be funny, but at least it was funny.
Yeah, I think this is probably the worst movie I've ever seen. I don't know, man. Borderlands was real fucking bad.
It will tune in for January's bad movie where we make Ryan watch Borderlands again.
Oh fuck. Stay tuned for January where I'm found dead in my apartment.
Yeah, I really started September with one of the best movies I've ever seen and the worst movie I've ever seen at the end of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Noah went
my
from
September.
Noah went from like watching it's like 5 of the greatest movies of all time to watching Going Overboard in like a week's
Yep.
time.
Mhm. Yeah, it's pretty brutal.
Yeah, he's gonna have to go on another generational run next month to cleanse his brain.
No, he has to go on a generational run of bad movies now.
Oh god, don't do that to
Oh
him.
no, I'm not doing that.
I'm gonna be on a generational run of bad movies this month because I'm probably only doing horror movies this next month.
That's fair.
And there are a lot of
Yeah,
bad horror.
Ryan, I know we kind of talked to it a little bit. What are your thoughts on Scream 4? Because you were probably the biggest Scream fan that I know.
Scream 4, I like Scream. I like it. I mean, at the time, 2011 is like right in the middle of the fucking dark ages for horror movies. Like
Yeah,
between I think
that was the Friday the 13th remake, the Nightmare on Elm Street
Elm
remake.
Street remake, the Halloween Rob Zombie movies had just come out.
Oh.
Um, Insidious. I mean, we were getting some good movies. Like I always think of horror. There's two main spectrums. There's the
Yeah, there's
slasher genre,
slasher.
and then there's the slasher, and then there's like the demon, ghost,
Yeah, there's
Satan,
slasher, and then there's the paranormal, or like
paranormal.
the religious side of horror.
Yeah, paranormal horror was doing all right in the early 2010s because they had Sinister, they had Insidious. There were some good movies in there. The slasher genre
Uh,
was fucking dead in like
yeah,
2000. So Scream 4 is the best of a bad crop. It's an
but
all right movie. There's a lot of fun in it, but the
it
ending sucks.
the ending completely ruins the whole movie for me. That's like I know I know you're critical of Scream 6.
Mhm.
I know you said I enjoy Scream 6 a little bit. Just because I like
Yeah,
the setting of it being in New York City.
that's fair. It's a
And
pretty cool setting.
it was shot really well and a lot of the kill scenes were really well done.
Uh,
And the motive actually made sense.
I would agree with that. Yeah. It's not a bad movie. It's just I don't know. It feels a lot more like Scream movies always kind of have like a forgive the term, but they always have an aura. Um,
No, I know what you're
and
saying. It feels
and
more
Scream,
like a Friday the 13th movie.
yeah, like Scream 6 is a lot darker, less fun movie. But I don't hate it. I said, I don't think Scream. I think Scream is the only horror franchise that doesn't have a downright horrible movie.
I don't know, man. Scream 4 might be there for me.
That's fair. I think it's not good, but I don't think it's downright horrible. Just because I've had to watch like Jason Takes Manhattan and The Curse of Michael Myers and Halloween
Right,
Reborn or
but
whatever the fuck it's called with Busta
what
Rhymes.
or Leprechaun 3.
Oh god, Leprechaun Goes to the Hood.
That's a real movie, Noah, by the way. You should watch that one.
Yeah, Leprechaun Goes to the Hood.
Uh, I if I ever have a generational run of bad movies, maybe I'll do that.
You gotta watch
Yeah,
it for
that
October. Horror.
or you can watch it for March for St. Patrick's Day.
Ooh, ooh, we should get Noah to watch Thanksgiving.
No.
That movie, the only thing I know about Thanksgiving off the top of my head, like remember from it, I've seen the first three. I don't know if there's more than that, but I've seen the
There's
three of them.
3?
Yeah, yeah. Um, the third one, there's a rapping grandma, um, that is voiced by Mr. Boss from Smiling Friends.
That's wow. Yikes!
I learned that from Dead Meat on TikTok the other day.
Completely
Shout out Dead Meat.
completely unrelated to the conversation, but Pro Bowl quarterback Tyler Huntley is starting for the Dolphins on Sunday.
Pro Bowl quarterback, gosh.
Pro
Makes me
Bowl
so
quarterback is crazy.
makes me so angry that that's a true statement.
It's Super Bowl winning quarterback Tyrod Taylor is on the Jets.
When did he win
Also
a
a true.
Oh, with the Ravens. Yes.
Yep,
Okay.
in 2012. Maybe we'll do an Uncut Sports sometime in the future.
That would be dope.
But yeah, I don't have anything else.
I don't think so. I still haven't watched the Penguin show, which I need to do. I might do it.
Yeah,
after.
I'm gonna do that on Monday when I have a day off.
That's a good move. I don't have a day off till Wednesday. Fuck. I mean, after today, I don't have a day off till Wednesday. I might do it today. I gotta sleep though. Yeah.
Yeah, I will watch the Penguin. We will talk about the Penguin. At least the first
Penguin will be
episode.
talked about. Penguin will be talked about eventually.
Just a little preamble, maybe. Just because I've heard fantastic things from it.
Didn't episode 2 come out recently?
It comes out tomorrow.
I thought it came out. I thought we're doing Thursdays.
No, so the first episode was Thursday. The rest are gonna be Sundays. But yeah, episode 2 comes out tomorrow, so I'll have episode 1 and episode 2 to look forward to.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't have anything else for this week. Noah, do you got anything else? I know we kind of did our thing and let you kind of just sit there for a bit.
Yeah, I don't have anything else.
Splendid.
All right, well, don't watch Going Overboard.
Nah, you should definitely watch Going Overboard. That's one of the movies you need to watch before you die.
We might have talked about this. This is a very possible thing. Clancy Brown's in fucking the Penguin show.
All right, I like Clancy Brown. Good actor.
Yeah, he plays Salvador Moroni.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's a good role for him. I'm excited for that now.
Penguin's gonna go see him and he's gonna go, money.
money. Arr, Penguin, me boy.
Pang, my boy.
All right, but I think that's gonna wrap it up for this week. We appreciate you guys listening in. Don't watch Going Overboard. This movie was terrible. Watch the other movies we talked about instead.
Yeah, even The Room. Go watch The Room.
Yeah, go watch The Room.
An actual enjoyable bad movie. If you want to at least feel like a human being when watching a bad movie, watch The Room.
Even 2001. Go watch that over Going Overboard.
Yeah, because at least it looks good.
Yeah.
At least there's special effects in that movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's gonna wrap it up for this week. Thank you guys for listening. We'll see you guys next week for our horror month.
The Thing, right?
Yeah, we're gonna watch The Thing. I'm excited for that one.
Yep.
It's gonna be a good month. Even with Jason X, it's gonna be a good month.
Oh no, Jason X is the best part.
Exactly.
All right, we'll see you guys next week.